Hey guys, I'm Dejan Kovacevic. He's Chris Halleck. We're from DK Pittsburgh Sports. This is Double Shot of Steelers coming to you from St. Vincent College in Latrobe. Day something or other.
All I know is that it's the final practice before the first preseason game.
Yeah, so whatever number that is before we get on the two of us get on an airplane tomorrow to head to Jacksonville. This was a business-like practice. I wouldn't call it super eventful or anything. There was a lot of guys that the head coach was, I think, smartly leaving out of the session.
A lot of guys.
A lot of guys. So what happens is there's opportunity for a lot of other guys. And for the offense, there's more opportunity than there might be normally because, a lot of the better guys on defense weren't out there. That said, even in that framework, it's getting there.
It is getting there. Listen, still 11 on 11. Aaron Rodgers still participated in practice today. He was one of the 19 players that are not scheduled to play Saturday. He was still one of the guys.
He never stops.
He's.
It's not just that he's out there in uniform. He's in every drill.
Yeah, seriously. It's crazy to see how much he's doing at 41 years old. But he was still there. More connection between him and Ramon Wilson. That's good to see. That's been a big topic of training camp. Who's going to be this wide receiver who steps up? And not that we're seeing anything definitive to be like, whoa, Roman is running away with that.
Oh, no.
But that's probably 3 days in a row he's stacked positive outputs.
That's a fair assessment. I'm probably a bigger critic of his than most. And skeptic is probably the better term here. He's too new to be criticized, really.
Right.
I just, we'll see what we see when we see it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, these have been 3+ days for him.
Absolutely. And as we see these, and today was a padded practice. I almost didn't expect that being the day before. I almost think of these as the normal Friday practices before a Sunday game during the season. And they were in pads, and there was some legitimate drills going on. And as soon as I saw pass protection versus pass rush, I sprinted over to go watch that.
That was on another field.
Yeah, because it was starters versus starters on that side. Now, obviously, T.J. Watt not out there, Alex Highsmith not out there, but still Nick Herbig, who's made plenty of splash in his NFL career. Jack Sawyer, who's shown a lot more pass rush. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good at the pass rush, which is why they have him also doing a lot of dropbacks into pass coverage. One day it was pretty much all he did, but he's good.
Yeah, and so watching these...
That's a scouting report. Ohio State University, he's good.
It's like on The Office, Andy Bernard tries to become a critic. Is like, this painting is bad. It's just it's funny. That's our scouting report. No, but starters versus starters, as much as you can have that, but still, Derek Harmon's in it, Keanu Benton's in it.
Y.A. Black is very much in it.
Gosh, I don't know how many passes he's batted down, but he's leading the team in batted passes in training camp.
He's coming to the line of scrimmage with a telephone pole that you can wave around.
Seriously, I swear, when he gets his hands in the air, it's got to be at least 10 feet in the air. It's crazy to see what he's doing.
Now, most of our discussion on this program is going to be about the offense, so we're going to dig into that pretty hard when we come back.
At DK Pittsburgh Sports, we take pride in coverage that connects our city's fans to their favorite teams. Now, that connection's stronger than ever. Introducing our all-new state-of-the-art app. Find expert inside reporting and original podcasts. Check live box scores. Track the latest stats. Chat it up with our community of thousands of fans, all in one place. The new app from DK Pittsburgh Sports. Coverage that connects.
When we're talking about this offense, we're talking about the Arthur Smith offense, we're talking about something that ideally would be diversified and rhythmic. And if that seems like too many 10-cent words for football, I'll put it another way. They need to be able to do a lot of different things, and they need to be able to do them all well. And that was never going to happen, Chris, right at the beginning.
No.
No matter how awesome the defense was, it was never going to happen where you were going to need a period where they were going to be doing a lot of the stuff that we've seen over the past few days, which is asking each other a lot of questions. Young guys talking to older guys, I just watched Roman Wilson spend a lot of extra time now with Robert Woods. And they were mostly just talking. They were saying about this, and do that, and do that. You can see with their hand motions. This offense needed that time. This offense also needs, more than anything, the time that it is afforded it by the offensive line.
Absolutely. Pass protection is huge, and so it's no accident that today we happen to see pass protection being worked on off to the side while the skill positions are doing their thing. And I had a chance to talk with Mason McCormick about that a little bit today, going up against one-on-ones, practicing protecting against stunts, a number of things, and so
lots of stunts.
Yeah,
which you don't expect in a training camp setting. Lots of stunts.
No, but I mean, but that was even one of the questions I had for him was like, is this an emphasis for you guys? And I mean, you can watch my 1.5-minute conversation with Mason. Saw the pass protection, drills that were going on over there. How is that all that coming along when it comes to not just your own individual technique, but also what you guys are doing collectively as well?
Yeah, we're coming along. I mean, it takes time to come together, but we don't have much more time, and it's definitely been coming together. And it's been a lot of fun competing against a really good D-line every day.
How much emphasis goes into, I saw also not just one-on-one stuff, but also when you guys are going up against stunts, how much emphasis is that put into the type of drills that you guys are going through? Is that just par for the course for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's more football-like. There's not a lot of times where there's true one-on-ones with a wide open space. Those games are real. Those happen every single game, and both sides got to be ready to execute.
So, in that in that same vein, working with Troy Fautano right next to you, saw one of the reps over there, looks really, really good. You two just pass the one guy off to the other one, looks clean, looks good. How's that chemistry working with you two being able to work together on that kind of stuff?
Awesome. I love Troy. He works his ass off. He's done a phenomenal job. I couldn't be more excited to play next to him.
How important, how much are you guys putting, obviously run blocking is a big thing. Pass protection is pretty big too when you got a 41-year-old quarterback behind you.
Everything's big. I mean, football's a fickle game, and you don't know necessarily what play is going to make it. And so we got to be on top of our game every snap.
It's funny that Mason McCormick has the same experience level as other guys on the line, and yet I don't know why, but we seem to be just assuming he's going to be fine. Did you notice that? Mason, oh yeah, he's just fine. We get into all this in-depth analysis, and me and him are guilty of this too, absolutely. And here's Broderick Jones, and even Troy Fautano, who's been terrific when he's been out there, where I analyze, because he only has the 55 snaps. And it's Mason McCormick, and we're just yeah, he's good.
Yeah, and it's funny because, then when you go to watch what he does in practice, seldom do you ever find him on the bad end of a rep. Of course, nobody bats 1,000 in these settings. Sometimes he gets absolutely bulldozed by Benton, but today he looks really well. He looks really good. Fautanu and him really did really well on a stunt when they were facing against Benton and Sawyer. And then on the other side,
wait for this. It's not what you think.
On the other side, you would think, Broderick Jones, he's probably... No.
That's what I did. He came over from the other field, just to tell you the story. He came over from the other field. He goes, like this. I'm going to imitate him. He goes, I just watched Broderick Jones, and I'm waiting for the bad. I'm waiting for the bad. And instead, he says...
He was awesome.
He was awesome was the terminology used.
I mean, not perfect, but Nick Herbig goes right at him and tries to do some sort of ghost move, and...
It's all he has. I don't mean to be a jerk here, but Herbig has the one move... He cuts to the right side.
He tried to go. He didn't do that thing where he tries to go around him. I think he tried to fake that, which is like that, and then try to actually just run through him. And Jones didn't fall for it.
No?
Jones, he stayed in front of him. The lateral movement was good, and I'm at that point you should be able to stand up Nick Herbig without Big Broderick, even with all the weight he's
He just
lost.
needs to exist.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he did. Then whenever they were working on stunts, it's Broderick and it's Isaac Seumalo right next to him. They were facing off against Herbig and Derek Harmon. So Herbig's cutting to the inside. Harmon's going to the outside. Jones picks up Herbig, passes him off to Seumalo. Then when Harmon's come around the other side, Jones picks him up perfectly, stands up Harmon. If anything, Seumalo was the one who lost because Herbig was too fast going around the edge, going around to the inside, and Seumalo didn't get there in time. But it's not because Jones didn't pass his guy off quickly enough. It was actually a really, really good session for Broderick Jones. And sometimes all it takes is a good session or a good day to get the ball rolling in the right direction.
Or a bad session or a bad preseason game, as we saw with Brod last season. You know, when he goes out there and gets absolutely annihilated by Greg, what's his name from the Bills?
Greg Rousseau. Yeah.
Greg Rousseau. Oh my God, ate him alive. But in this case, and I saw a separate set of drills involving Broad, in which, yes, it was Herbig probably about 90% of the time, and Herbig kept trying the outside move. And what Broad would do, and this is smart, if you want to run to the outside, think of the old Bud Dupree critique, which is if you want to run down there and my quarterback's over here, you go right ahead and expend that energy. Okay, I'm just going to stand right here in case you decide to actually go after my quarterback. And Broad did that and did it real well. The one time, I have no idea why this occurred from Herbig's perspective, but the one time that he actually tried to just bull rush
did not work out well for Nick.
You remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
Was, okay, I mean, he just disappeared into the gulf there. So bad days, good days, or whatever. But to use the term that Chris applied earlier to Roman Wilson, you want to stack the good days. You want to just start building up little streaks and mini streaks and have them become maxi streaks. You need to see that for this offensive line, and you also need to see, in turn, the skill position players follow that rhythm that's created by the line, and that's what we're going to get into right after this.
At DK Pittsburgh Sports, we take pride in coverage that connects our city's fans to their favorite teams. Now, that connection's stronger than ever. Introducing our all-new state-of-the-art app. Find expert inside reporting and original podcasts. Check live box scores. Track the latest stats. Chat it up with our community of thousands of fans, all in one place. The new app from DK Pittsburgh Sports. Coverage that connects.
Welcome back. You can have a great offensive line, which I don't think anyone's calling this one. You can have a great one, and it won't matter if your skill players aren't executing. And in the Arthur Smith offense, it takes a lot of different skill players to do that. Let's discuss that first. How many different players are going to be legitimately involved?
A lot. I mean, DK Metcalf, Pat Fryermuth, Johnny Smith. Those three alone are going to get their fair share of targets.
He left out Darnell. I didn't do that.
But
Darnell, that was not me.
But, I mean, it's...
Man.
He's a big dude. But he's going to get his targets. Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin, like, those guys are going to get some targets too. Scotty Miller, I'm getting to the point. I'm not quite there yet, where I'm calling a Scotty Miller a lock for the roster. I'm starting to get to that point. I'm not quite there yet.
He's doing something on the field.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking for Chris here. This is my own point of view here. That not a lot of the wide receivers on the roster can do. The whole coming back to the football, the what was his name? The receiver that Ben loved.
Oh, Ryan Switzer.
He's doing some of the Ryan Switzer stuff that you need to have done. If fans don't get crazy about it, nobody's chanting for him to come over to get autographs the way they are Metcalf. Non-stop, by the way.
Non-stop.
Never stops. Like,
They're
he's
constantly
the only
yelling
player
for DK
here.
all the time.
It's the other one. And you have these guys, these diverse weapons doing these different things, and then at the same time, Arthur Smith will be the first one to tell you that it doesn't matter if he doesn't get the running back play.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, I had a conversation with Arthur Smith this morning, and I'm going to have much, much more on our app later on this evening.
That's the DK Pittsburgh Sports app, says the salesman.
Yeah. But yeah.
Download it for free on Apple and Android.
A good 12-minute conversation with Arthur Smith, and the running game is big. And the thing is that the running game and using the running backs isn't just one way. We talk about the wide zone stuff all the time, but listen, Arthur Smith has changed his offense, both in the running game and how he uses running backs out of the backfield as well. And we're seeing that even with Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell is being used all over the place, lining up in the backfield, lining up in the slot, lining up out wide.
Lots of passes.
Yeah.
He's catching passes here.
But Caleb Johnson's also going to be utilized as a weapon, not just as a guy who's going to run on first down, run on second down. No, he's going to be a guy who can be utilized in the passing game as well.
Only if he handles his blocking assignments. I caught up with Caleb in the end zone coming off the field after this practice just a few minutes ago. Caleb Johnson, the adjustment from college to the pros, everything they say, or a little bit more?
Nah, it's a
Be
little
honest
more detail,
with me.
a little bit more details, But it's football. Playing football, just out here just doing your thing. So.
You get starstruck at all early on? Come on, sometimes. No, that's not
it's
you.
Football. It's just football. I get a little new to different type of formation stuff, but nah, it's football. Bro.
Pass protection. I'm sure that's all they're talking about with you.
Just me just working on it every day. That's my pride.
Not the chattiest young man in the fold, and no one will care.
No.
No one will care. He needs to run. He needs to run his rear end off, and he needs to do that beginning Saturday night, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. And if he can carry over anything that he did today, I think it's going to work out because he kind of ran over Miles Killebrew.
Oh, poor Miles.
Yeah.
I almost feel for him because I really think that Miles wasn't set. But you know what? If you're a running back, right, and you see somebody that's not set, he should become horizontal in short order. And that's what happened to Miles there.
And Miles Killebrew is not a small human being either. He might be, like, in terms of just, like, pure, like, muscle to fat or whatever ratio, he might be the most buff dude on the entire team.
Caleb is actually one of the guys you'd put in that structure, too.
I would.
You would.
But I'm just saying, Miles Killebrew walking around after practice and everything, like once he gets the shoulder pads off and he's got the sleeveless, he is the right.
Point is, it was legit. Yeah. It was Caleb going through the line, and like everything else that Caleb does, including that conversation you just saw, it's kind of like, I'm here, whatever. I'm gonna offense with Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf, and I'm here, I'm doing my job, and that's pretty much, I think, who he is. We haven't been around him long enough yet, okay? But what we are seeing from him is that nothing looks like it's overload.
No, not at all. I definitely get that. I mean, he's only talked a few times throughout training camp here, and it just seems like everything is just straight business with him.
Yeah.
Like, everything's just straight business, and I don't really get the feeling, to your point, I don't get the feeling that he's being overwhelmed or overloaded at all. I really think that he feels like he's ready. He feels like he is ready to not just be a contributor in this offense, but dare I even say...
Yes, go ahead, because that's what I'm going to say.
Be the guy who ends up being the guy at the end of the season.
He has, from this training camp, and this is anything but a criticism, from this training camp to where he's going to be at the end of this preseason, I can tell you right now are going to be two very different levels. He is feeling his way around. He's getting comfortable with everything. And then maybe it's Saturday night. Maybe it's the home game, the home preseason game. Okay. Yeah. But he's going to get a lot of touches. He's going to have a chance to impress. He's going to have a chance for the first time to feed off the Pittsburgh crowd, meaning next week. And, there's so much more there. Okay. And that's what I don't want to overdo this here. Okay. But you can see it. There's so much more there once this offense really gets everything going.
There is a reason why the night that I was covering the draft on night 2, and I was on the south side, and I had a chance before he was even drafted.
I love this story.
To get to have conversations with multiple people about him specifically.
Yeah.
Before they even drafted him.
Before they called his name.
And the way that these guys' eyes just lit up whenever I mentioned him by name, they have loved this guy since before they drafted him. There is something that they absolutely love about him, and
very much includes the coordinator.
Yes, it does. So, listen, I don't want to just put too high of expectations on the guy.
It's a little late for that. Our toothpaste's out of the tube here on this one. He's a player, Chris.
He is.
Yeah.
He looks like a player. Now, granted, still has yet to take a first carry in the NFL.
Sure.
But, man, he's got a lot of tools that will really, really work. And I can even add in another little thing. My own personal, player comp of Le'Veon Bell is not just my own opinion. It is shared by somebody really, really important on the coaching staff.
Okay. Well, I'll leave that there. I don't happen to share it. Covered all of Lev's career, and I don't. But you know what? Open to being wrong all the time. That's just the nature of this particular business. We will continue or resume our business of doing this program tomorrow in our regular format. That'll be at 4 p.m. I'll be downtown. Chris will be in his studio. And then we're going to head out to the airport, and do the
Fly to old Jacksonville.
for actual semi-pseudo-quasi football.
It's not real football.
It's not real football, I've
what
been
Aaron
told.
Rodgers says.
That's right. See you guys tomorrow.